Me crushing my Arnold Palmer can with one hand. I'm back. Hey, so, okay. Before I start this case, a small disclaimer about it. So as I mentioned, here's wait, was that really loud? I'm sorry. Small disclaimer about this case. This case was not in the original version of this game. So, you know, the Ace Attorney trilogy was originally on GBA. Then the first game came to DS. When the first game came to DS, they added this case in. And then the reason they made this case was to essentially use the DS's features. The DS version of this case used the touchscreen and the microphone in, like, interesting ways, which I think have all been translated for console at this point, so it should work fine. The main thing to remember about this case is that's, like, semi-canon. It's canon to the long run of the Phoenix Wright or the Ace Attorney series, but this case is not going to come up again in any game in this trilogy after this. Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations, no characters, no events of that case are mentioned at all. This is essentially canon. Yeah, it's like semi-canon. If anything, this case was actually made to kind of test the waters before they made Apollo Justice, which is the fourth game, and the first game of the next trilogy that's coming out. This case is like Majora's Mask. Kinda. It's kind of like that. Also, this is the only case in the entire series that does not have Turnabout in the name. Instead, it's called Rise from the Ashes, which, you know, Phoenix and all, and such. Anyway, we could probably get through... I don't even know if we could get to the first court period, but we could probably get through at least the first investigation day. There's one character... No, there's a bunch of characters from this case do show up later, but, like, not in this series later. They show up in the later trilogy and other games. In Japan, it's actually called Turnabout Revival. Oh, interesting. Cool. Case is not perfectly liked. Yeah, this case is mixed. This is a long one, too, so getting a jump on it tonight is very, very much appreciated. Anyway, it's 2 minutes in and I still haven't started it yet. So this is Rise from the Ashes, the bonus case. Kind of is. Yeah, so right away, the first thing to note about this case is that, again, this is using the DS's, like, level of technology. So while the entirety of the main game was, like, in just, like, flat sprites, this one starts introducing, like, 3D pieces of evidence. In fact, you'll see there's a whole new layer to how this game plays, which it becomes commonplace in the later trilogy. But as for the rest of this trilogy, it's just this case. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Objection, but in 3D, yeah. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. I feel that, Phoenix. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Mia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. Looks like it's cleaning day across the way at the hotel again. Here they're planning a second branch outside the city. Egads, the bellboy was staring right at me. Egads. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up here on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from the clients, though. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a row. A formidable row. They mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand. Then my foot hurt, too. Mia's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I ought to at least dust it off once in a while. I guess Edgeworth must have paid Phoenix a pretty penny after that case, so he probably has no need to work. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it, scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Get the prosecutor and a ruthless man who do anything to get a guilty verdict. Why does he still have him listed like that? Emma Sky, age 16, high school junior, and a self-styled scientific investigator. So she's 1 year younger than Maya. Maya was 17. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. So she's not even 16 yet. She's technically 15. Even though her profile says 16. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So, what exactly is your current position, then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader? But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure can't falter for a lack of enthusiasm. Wow. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. You just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. Suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I never needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. February 22nd, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Back is really itchy today. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we entered. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this year, hmm? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana. Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? So, if you remember back to Case 2, when Red White calls to get you arrested, he calls the chief prosecutor, who, you know, at the time when the original game came out, that was just like a no-name person. But technically, it had to have been Lana that he called. So that's why I kind of gave that prosecutor that, like, subdued, kind of like, fuck it voice, because that's how she talks here. Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? This guard monitors the visitor's room. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Miss Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. Smile for the camera. There's something you should know from the start. Which is, the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. It's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? Your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. You'll never guess who the subordinate is. Whose car that body was shoved into. Or pulled out of, I can't remember, it was one or the other. So who was the victim? An investigator with a police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have just what they need to do the job, and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. So why did you let Von Karma run around for fucking 60 years? 40 years? Like, I know you weren't chief prosecutor the whole time, but when you saw Von Karma acting like a shithead, why'd you just shut him down? That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Never mind the fact that they might have made a wrong arrest and in theory want to make certain justice is served. Police, I mean, yeah. But they believe their witness is, you know, solid. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana, what happened to your hand? Oh, this... I cut myself by accident, when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey, it was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing class. She was different than the other students. Different. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Oh, bisexual Mia Fey? Okay. I didn't realize that. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I'm going to ignore that. I was the best there was. Oh, I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright, excuse me? As you could plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you could take this case. None. But Lana... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana's confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they're going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go around unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Hell yeah, this guy's awesome. What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Marshall? Looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, bambina, I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You hoid along home now. Happy trails, bambina. Was that hombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of, yeah. He's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems? Lana Skye, age 29. So she would be 2 years older than Mia. Defendant and chief prosecutor of the district, wounded on her right hand. Sister of Lana Skye. Look, a door. That must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Love the Phoenix Wrong game where Jake's in a poker game. Never seen that one. Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. That's two. This wall's in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure? What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. Drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide inside the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. What's this? This is not MGS4. Wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Although a wallet found at the crime scene, there seems to be something inside. Wallet hastily stuffed in the pocket. I'm called to duty already at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you a trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are all sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now. Look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine all sides of the evidence carefully. Now let's start examining from every angle. I mean, this is nothing super new. You watched me play Great Ace Attorney, and this is part of Great Ace Attorney as well. Oh, look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out. Press with the press of the A button. And you can use the right stick to move. Also zoom in and out. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. Guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Why is the text blurry? A name and ID number written here. You can see the text. Why is it blurred out? Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. Wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. There's a reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID Yabadab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabadab. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Doesn't take much to amuse her. And now I can check the badge. Oh wow, this actually looks really nice in HD. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin. Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you could tell which attorney it belongs to. You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Page right out of history. Spin the badge? I mean, I'm spinning. Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Nix would never lend his badge to anyone. Come on. Whoa, controller, what are you doing? Hey. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, pardon, it looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along now, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. God, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides the red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for vittles, anyway. Get yourself on the saloon up to the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find a cerveza you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Boy, am I glad we're out here. And that he's in there, and that we're out here, and, like, I just wonder, where's the caveman? Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202. The High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Great. Maybe there are some more clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? Oh my god, this is gonna make me so hungry. What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello. Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at ya. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area's off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone, even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full on lunch. Maybe I'll pass. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. I think you just can't... Yeah, you can't slide to the left anymore. That's where the cars leave the lot. There's an arrow on the ground, makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of dual purpose? Aha, the theory of relativity. What? Gotta write this down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe, you know, was Mr. Relativity German? Or was he British? Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name? Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You could see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Emma, why? What the hell? Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think it's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme Lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles. Kind of a sad lunch, if you ask me. Pickles. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. I always feel like I'm being mocked. Angel Star, age 31, mysterious lunch lady, witness to the murder, known as the Cough-Up Queen. I'm the Pull-Out Queen. She's related to Jeff Goldblum as the Pull-Out King. I'm the Pull-Out King. I'm the Cough-Up Queen. I am the Cough-Up Queen. That's from Portlandia. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones that haunt this den of iniquity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualm at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of them all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. You have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough-Up Queen. You... Kicking my ass, why? Because I brought up Portlandia? The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. But really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. Most evil of lunch is mixing mayonnaise and chocolate. Mayonnaise and mustard, on the other hand, is very good. I love mixing those two together. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. Mayonnaise and ketchup taste amazing too. Mayonnaise and ketchup is just cane sauce. There's a place in America called Raising Cane's that everyone loves. It's out in the Southwest only. And the chicken's good, but the cane sauce is just mayonnaise and ketchup. Which is why I prefer Chicken Express, which is a place that exists out in the Southeast instead, and Texas. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the boxed lunches are a hit here. Why not make lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No, only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who's tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Ah, never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of the Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See that security room over there? The glass-walled booth. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you and Miss Starr are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. We have one here, but it's literally smack dab in the middle of the city. Oh, Raising Cane's, yeah. Hungry now. Had marinated chickens, potato, and quail eggs, and it was delish. It was marinated in soy and vinegar. Man, that sounds good. I'm assuming that's cuisine exclusive to your country, because I don't think we'd ever have stuff like that here. Then again, maybe. I don't know. Quail eggs aren't really a delicacy here. Yes, I think I have to make a trip up there soon, but you don't know yet. Well, not soon, I hope. You've got the vid. You gotta rest. Speaking of, man, all this talking is really scratching my throat. All those Von Karma screams, I think, fucked my throat here. I'm gonna need to recover. Thank God I'm not streaming tomorrow. Add oyster sauce in the mix is very delish. Hope not, but I need that big discount on your bus pass. Okay. Do you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Goes well with rice or bread. Hostility. Ha! Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they are, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. What if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past? That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough up queen. Thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. I recall there's a spot that you have to investigate in this case that tripped me up all the time when I played this on the DS. And it was, like, super unnoticeable. It might not be available now. Why are you asking me to get bigger? High Prosecutor's Office. It's high noon. February 22nd. High Prosecutor's Office. Room 1202. Because why not? Okay. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Hey, look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice! Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You knew him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right. Her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No, it was just Mr. Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? Look at that face. He's like, oh, you figured it out. Also, that coat on the wall there, that's actually like a forward foreshadowing, even though, again, this came out after the game. But there is a game where you see Edgeworth wear that coat. Multiple games, in fact. As I've said with all the references to other stuff. What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she could certainly scream. Work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. That's kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges, surrounding a pawn with spiking hair. Nah, it's nothing. Whoa, these are all case files. They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Let's have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe again? I'm gonna study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Whoa, what a view. Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. There's no blue king, so that position is illegal. Yeah. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. God, my throat is killing me. Hey, V2. Feeling stressed out, a coach is going to talk to the people lead tomorrow about you transferring to the store. But I worry there won't be any positions and you'll be stuck at the current one. You'll underappreciate your current store. Yeah, you told me about that. Well, I hope it goes through. Don't stress over it yet. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? Sure, I've heard that name before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? I don't think so. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. Just kind of hit you a while ago. It's hard not to worry. What you should do is... Well, I don't know. I would worry, too. Wendy's on you... What? I'll go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. Then he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has little sofa hair and little creases on his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Yesterday was your 6-year work anniversary. Wow. Like that vase that has the thingy on the neck, too. Yeah. That apparently Wendy Oldbag sent to him. Sofa hair is cool? Wow, this jacket's even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right? I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. He's getting way too excited about this. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What, so? So that K, that's... K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors at the police department on the day of the murder. K stands for Kenji. Gyakuten Kenji. So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors! Please stop saying that. It still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Say, Edgeworth, I've been wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. Then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You could take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You have been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works, yeah. I was wondering about something. About your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Doesn't seem too concerned about his award. For better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Feast. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's name is listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. Guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah. That's probably it. I'm glad you're streaming. Telling you about your worries helped you a bit. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you could feel a bit better. Look at this face. She's so happy. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. When she says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it. Man, imagine Edgeworth getting this trophy and being like, cool, the name of my father's murderer is listed on here like 8 times. Face, there's no dots in that head at all. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead and say it, right? You think I did it, don't you? After you went to all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. Now, that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now that I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me, too. Think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye's the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in that trial of last year. However, there are some who say I'm still responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. I want to buy some games on sale, but it's hard to decide if I want to buy them or save money. You have plenty of money, but you're so frugal sometimes. I have trouble not spending my money. In fact, just today, a plushie of Cube from Live Alive went up for pre-order, and I ordered that thing so fucking fast. Holy shit. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. You love Live Alive, such a good game. Nice. I forgot, you probably saw me play some of it. Oh wait, no, you didn't follow me until I was playing Danganronpa. That was in October. Chief Prosecutor Skye, yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. How'd you just happen to get a knife with a burgundy handle, just like your clothes? Murder weapon, usually in usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of the victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth. What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Yeah, I think he's pretty sure. Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Edgebox, the brand new gaming console. Excuse me, I'm tired and my throat hurts. I'm gonna stop, like, as soon as this investigation period ends. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spent his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Wow, this is so slow. I hope they speed this up in the second trilogy. Michael, do you have a big backlog? I do, and it's one of the reasons I've been trying so hard to pass up sales on games. Yes, I have a gigantic backlog. I dare say that a majority of my Switch games are unplayed. Most of my Steam games are unplayed. And I'm playing an old game that I've already beaten, so there you go. Can you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the crime? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call that evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing, a ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12 p.m. Zai's a cutie with a lot of games. Yeah, Zai's been in backlog for a lot of years. Yes, I have. Now I don't feel so bad. I may buy some of the games on sale. Nice. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record. Entered lot at 5:12 p.m. This is the parking stub from the underground lock. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, Wright? I'd appreciate if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, but Mr. Edgeworth, is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Skye? I don't like the way this conversation's going at all. Skye, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but, sir... I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Whimper. But, sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent the day they gave out brains and good luck. Nice name, nerd. Right. Yes, sir. God, he caught me off guard. As you could see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. Victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down, at least. Do you like other kinds of visual novels? They're probably my favorite genre up with JRPGs. Yes, I played a ton of them. Danganronpa, this, Zero Escape, Hatoful Boyfriend. busy preparing for tomorrow, and I'm not in the mood for idle banter, especially not with you. Let's go, Mr. Wright. Fine, I'll just have to talk to him when he perks up. Damn it. How's Hot Boyfriend? That was quirky looking, but interesting. Yeah, it's fun. For an older visual novel, it's pretty fun. What else did I play? I played Famicom Detective Club on the Switch, Volumes 1 and 2. Or both of them, rather. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. Murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Only he was held up at a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. This goes to show you'll never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Famicom Detective is okay. It's a very old visual novel, and even the remakes have not done anything to, like, kind of... It brings it up to a modern standard quality-wise and visual-wise, but it's not really much of a game. Like, there's really not much game to it at all. You just pick and read. Make decisions and read until stuff plays out. The only exception is the end of the first one. There's like a little like maze type thing, but that's it. Could you look at this? You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? Yes, I could go for some hot tea right now, please. No, but thanks. She didn't even look at me. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite! Only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. How long this fucking thing is. Some of that Korean tea that comes in a jar sounds nice right now, yeah. I played Our World Is Ended, Neko Para 1, all the Danganronpa games except for S, and a lot more. The ones I listed are all so good. Yeah, I like how you specifically said all the Danganronpa games except for S, because S sucks. Ultimate Summer Camp S is terrible from what I've heard. February 22nd, Police Department, entrance. Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and even traffic wasn't that bad. The police department, huh? Only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hmm? Hold on, what's that? I had the collection on Switch, so maybe I'll get that one sometime. I do have the collection as well. That's how I play 2, and how I'll eventually play V3. Pooey. P-O-O-E. Pooey. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Oh my god, burn it. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. Sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Favorite Danganronpa games are so far Ultra Despair Girls V3, Danganronpa 2, Danganronpa 1. Interesting. So you like them in reverse order. I like Danganronpa 2 a lot. Danganronpa 1 was alright. I didn't play 1, I just watched a playthrough of it. Ultra Despair Girls was interesting. I would say I would put that down lower, though. And V3, I've heard, is very divisive, so I'm looking forward to that one. always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? Just feels like I jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look over there. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Oh, you play them too, Karma? Here it is 1, Ultra Despair Girls VR, and 2. So 2 is your least favorite? Or is it your most favorite? Usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She's a point. Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look, that patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. Guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? One is a favorite, but the cases are meh. Yeah, one's the weakest in the series. Okay. Fair enough. No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind asking me how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been to the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or do they not have those at your zoo? Banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want to send it home? It's good for finding out who stuck into the cookie jar. I think most families could figure that out without the extra help. I was wondering about this. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. Battery powered, so it's battery powered, so it could go anywhere. No switch, so it just dances and dances and dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. I have a lot of love for Ultra Despair Girls because it's so different from the others. Yeah, it is. The story's alright. It's kind of fucked up because of the kids being involved in it. Work of art designed by Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. Blah. Ultra Despair Girls is a fave because 1, female protag, 2, Genocide Jack and Toko, 3, Genocide Jack and Toko, 4, Genocide Jack and Toko. Tend to like the spin-offs to games, though. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think I'm going to be finishing this investigation because it's almost 4 and my throat is killing me. I'm going to need to stop, like, very soon. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just the chief prosecutor's already confessed to the crime. She said she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. What if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal, there's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh, me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister! Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon and Pokemon Ranger are some of your favorite Pokemon games. Well, I mean, you're not alone on the Mystery Dungeon front. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's just a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? And what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest-ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest-ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank-and-file detectives in at all. None of you. I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting to the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Chief of Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know this Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show that to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said. Wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon because you get turned into a Pokemon. Imagine getting isekai in a Mystery Dungeon as a Skuntank. That would be what you turn into, Karma. Wait. Speaking of ID cards, we found the detective's ID card, didn't I? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games because there's more lore to be found out about the games, yeah. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stab up Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Oh, wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have been, someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. That was a weird glitch. That's because I pressed A very quickly. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Here, watch. I'll do it again. Yeah. See, it's like halfway through the sentence because I sped it up. The things moved very quickly. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. He's in a tough spot again. Again. Well, it started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there's always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth always has unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who is to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. Detective Gumshoe, can you tell me about this? Huh? Oh, hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman, sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work in criminal Whoa, now I remember! Bruce Goodman, he's the victim here. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Those dungeons at the end where your Pokemon start at level 1, you die if you get kicked out, those are intense, yeah. They're rough. Does this ID card belong to the victim? He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Like Saul, he's related to Saul Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Skye called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer from West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. And that one line established where this series takes place. That one line from West LA establishes that this whole series was moved from Japan to Los Angeles. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Receiving Detective Gumshoe allows the bearer to investigate the crime scene. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Hey, look, something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter to Detective Gumshoe or something? Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Looks like the investigation is still going. Have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks, didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Patrolman investigating the incident at the prosecutor's office thinks he's a cowboy. He's 33. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, shall we show this hopeless case something that catches interest? Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe we investigate? Gumshoe, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look where it says introduction. It says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe, better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in, then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's not a he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a second. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settlers, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Won't say I won't be needing this anymore. The Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Death due to a loss of blood, one knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny that you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector. My sister called a victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Got him. I don't mean any defense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives until 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he doesn't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? I see your badge. Looks pretty. Round. Our badge is a lone star. A lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come into the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. What's that, some kind of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance. In this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. No better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Ah, toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess, did it have a big K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor office and criminal affairs office are surprisingly cheap. You know it, they've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell ya. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? Gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas. 5:12 p.m. The prosecutor's bright as red steed came in a trot, real slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later, so it seems like the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe, waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Alright, oh yeah. Name of deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36, male. Oh, that's my age. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. Single stab wound was found. Where? Found where? Where? Never mind. It was just found. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Right, let's check it out. So you can tell this case came later in the series because there's flip phones, as opposed to the bricks that they were using earlier. Hey, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know? Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know? I see the series is as popular as ever with kids. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Oh Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that's a song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over here? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. Here's another ringtone that comes up later. And I also have this one. Imagine if I had been able to mute the sound and then play that right there and then. That would absolutely fuck with anyone who's played this game before. Be like, what the fuck? How'd you do that? Why is it playing a different game's ringtone? What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Custody. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I had a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtunes. Oh, that? I'm sorry. That was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other number. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Property Alana Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to the B block. I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car far over there in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down at a juicy-looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little weird? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. This appears to be where the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock in the trunk is busted. Quite a luxury car. It just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutor gets the big bucks. Like Edgeworth. What's this? Looks like some sort of note. Look, something's written on it. Excuse me. You're right, let's see. 9-7S122. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Victim found in the car's trunk. Oh, you can't actually examine this one. No need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. This is rope, isn't it? Or this rope, is it? Yep, they laid it out in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person in the world I know that would come to that conclusion. That's everything. My sister's cell phone. The last time it was used was right as it was 5:18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night? Why did Lana make that call? So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her. And the prospect tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate has been decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall? Yeah, Bambina? How could you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, but someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Skye. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing that's still bothering me is Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Last call made to her sister Emma on 5:18, the day of the murder. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Oh, finally. 4:20 at night, and we're finally finishing. Pull off the elusive double save there. Not elusive, I do it all the time. Oh my god, I'm exhausted. My throat really hurts. But thank you so much for coming by, everyone. Thank you for watching what's getting close to be the finale of this game. I think one more good stream of this should finish it up. I'm going to be gone tomorrow, VR night, as you all know. I might stream FF14 this weekend. I think I might not be resuming FF14 next month, my sub, because there's an update coming out next month, which means that the servers are going to be packed for a few weeks. So I might wait and just take October off from it. But hopefully we'll make some progress in it. We'll see. I don't know if I'll stream. I might wait until Sunday and just do a long 14 stream instead. Especially with how my voice is. I think I might need a break. But yeah, as always, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it so much. Mega Man Star Force 2 likely next week. We'll see. We have enough people here for a raid. Let's see if I can send it to someone. There's got to be people streaming this early. Let's see. No, not that. Let's send it to, I already rated them. I haven't rated Tetsuneko in a while. They're really nice. They're playing, Pokemon Heart Gold. Let's go ahead and throw them a raid. Monster Hunter Co-op instead. Maybe. Thank you for coming, as always. You have a great evening. Take care. It's very late. Stick around and say hi to Tetsuneku. But, yeah, have a great evening. I'll see you this weekend. Goodbye.